Have you ever felt like life is pushing you to your limits? That the universe is throwing challenge after challenge at you, and you don't know how much more you can take? If you've been there, you're not alone. Today, I want to share a powerful story that will change the way you look at difficulties, setbacks, and hardships. It's a story that speaks to the heart of resilience, the strength of perseverance, and the importance of having a mindset that doesn't crumble under pressure. This is the story of a young man named Arjun, whose life seemed like it would never improve. Born into poverty in a small village, Arjun had always dreamed of something greater, but every turn seemed to bring him more obstacles. His family was struggling. His father was a farmer, working tirelessly just to make ends meet, while his mother worked at home stitching clothes. But no matter how hard they worked, they were stuck in a cycle of hardship. Arjun never gave up on his dreams, even though life had always been difficult. He told himself time and time again, "No matter what happens, I will not give up." He was determined to break the cycle and find a way to build a better future for himself and his family. But then, life dealt him a blow that would test his resolve like never before. His father fell seriously ill, and the little money they had was quickly drained on medications and treatments. Things went from bad to worse as a drought destroyed the crops, and they were left with almost nothing to eat. The village was a place where most people were struggling, but Arjun's situation became even more dire. With no food and no money left, the villagers started advising him to leave the village, to go to the city, to find work, to abandon the place that had nothing left for him. But Arjun couldn't shake the question that was burning in his mind: is running away really the solution? So, Arjun decided to stay. Instead of leaving, he chose to fight. He found work as a laborer, helping in nearby fields. But whatever little he earned went straight into his father's treatment. It felt like no matter how hard he worked, nothing ever changed. Soon, even his friends distanced themselves from him, unable to understand why he could no longer spend time with them like before. His world seemed to be crumbling around him. One night, Arjun found himself sitting in his home, feeling utterly hopeless. There was nothing to eat. His father's condition wasn't improving, and his mother was sitting in the corner, quietly crying. That moment broke him. He didn't know what else to do. He was at the end of his rope. But then, a thought crossed his mind: perhaps there's something I can learn from the wise old saint who lives at the edge of the village. The next day, he made his way to the saint's humble hut. The old man listened patiently to Arjun's story, and then, without a word, he handed him 3 items: a carrot, an egg, and some coffee beans. The saint told Arjun to boil these items in water and come back the next day. Arjun, confused but intrigued, agreed. The following day, Arjun returned to the saint. He was eager to know what the old man had to say. The saint asked him, "What happened to the carrot?" Arjun replied, "It became soft and weak." Next, the saint asked, "And the egg?" Arjun explained. The inside, which was once liquid, became hard and unyielding. Finally, the saint asked about the coffee beans. Arjun thought for a moment before saying, "The coffee beans transformed the water, changing its color and flavor." The saint smiled gently and began to explain. He said, "Life's difficulties are like this boiling water. Some people are like the carrot, strong at first, but they become weak and give in to the pressure. Others are like the egg, hard on the outside but broken inside. And then there are people like the coffee beans. Instead of letting the situation change them, they transform the situation in their favor." Arjun's eyes widened with understanding. He realized that he didn't want to be like the carrot or the egg. He didn't want to crumble under pressure, nor did he want to become emotionally hardened. He wanted to be like the coffee beans, someone who could face challenges head-on and turn them into opportunities. With renewed determination, Arjun borrowed money from the villagers and used it to start a small shop selling vegetables and fruits from his family's farm. It wasn't easy, But slowly, his business began to grow. With hard work and perseverance, Arjun was able to afford better medical treatment for his father. The same villagers who once told him to leave now admired his strength and resilience. His story spread throughout the village, inspiring others who were struggling. The moral of Arjun's story is clear: difficult times are a part of life. But how we respond to them is what defines us. Do we give in to the pressure, like the carrot? Do we become emotionally hardened, like the egg? Or do we rise to the challenge, like the coffee beans, transforming adversity into opportunity? If you are going through a tough time, remember this: life is not trying to break you, it is trying to make you stronger. The challenges you face are there to build your resilience, your strength, and your character. The key is to change your mindset. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, start seeing them as stepping stones to a better future. It's easy to give up when life gets tough. But it's the ones who keep going, who keep fighting, who keep transforming the circumstances in their favor, that are the ones who eventually succeed. Like Arjun, you can find strength in adversity, and you can change the world around you by changing your mindset. So, the next time life gets hard, remember the carrot, the egg, and the coffee beans. Ask yourself, how will I respond to this challenge? Will I let it weaken me, harden me, or will I transform it into an opportunity? Keep pushing forward, and know that no matter how tough things get, you have the power to change your situation. Thank you for watching. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more motivational content. Stay strong, keep fighting, and remember, you are like the coffee beans.